Fucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
For the first time since I've been sitting up here, I'm actually thinking Alabama gonna lose a game. It's the God's honest truth. In the last 3 or 4 years that I've been on this show, I've never sat up here on a weekend and thought that Alabama was gonna lose. I actually never thought they would lose a game in 4 years until today.
And I promise you this, above all else, I'm going to be more obnoxious, more overbearing, and I'm going to make you all learn to love it because you'll have no choice.
Well, I'd just like to remind Bama fans that this weekend, just remember you're at Neyland Stadium, okay? You're not in Alabama anymore. This is not a Golden Corral where you and your cousins get in a fist fight arguing over which one of you is the actual father of your sister's kids, okay?
Welcome. Week 6. Tennessee's about to whoop Alabama's ass this weekend. I'm excited. I'm going to be the most unbearable person in the state of California. Power rankings this week. I abandoned the points and the Yahoo distribution or whatever. Spoiler alert, Quinn, you're still last. If you want to just go ahead and skip forward, you can not listen to all this nonsense. Welcome back to the bottom. Fun facts for last week. So this week has a new fun fact. It's my opinion of your worst player and why. We'll start off with Alex Fulp. Your worst player is Gus Edwards. I know he's on IR. He's coming off of IR. He's got 0 points so far this year. You might get some this week. For the record, it does get a little bit easier to find bad players on the teams that are not ranked this high. So bear with me for now. In the 2 spot, it's me. Fuck you, Ralph. Ezekiel Elliott's my worst player, and honestly, I'm not mad about it. I'm just disappointed. I think I wasted like a second-round pick on him. Maybe I came in like 2 years late or somebody hoarded him, but for where he was drafted, God, he's trash. Put your shirt down. You look like the gay cheerleader from that movie. Ugh. 3 spots, Ralph. Your worst player is Alec Pierce, mainly because he spells his first name with C. Alec. You ever met a Mark with a C? They're incorrigible. They're awful. Don't trust them. If my last name had a C, I'd probably be homeless on the streets. Just gross. 4 spot, still Scott. Your worst player is Rashad Penny. Hey, I didn't know he was still in the league because he's always hurt. And again, I guess he broke his fibula or something, so he's out. But it looks like you're holding faith. Maybe you can redraft him next year, but he's on your bench. He just won't play. There is an IR spot for that. This is not insider information, but just drop him. 5 through 6, there's no particular order here. You guys are all the same, so I just went by points. No offense. Mosley, you're at 5. Your worst player is your kicker, mainly because you don't have one. You might need one. Literally, we were just texting about this whole trade. I couldn't stop laughing, which is why I had to stop my last video over the trade that you and Fulp tried to make, and I don't care. I do like the enthusiasm to make trades. If you want, we can try to contact Yahoo and see if they'll make maybe Chase Edmonds eligible to kick for your team because he can't run the ball. So there's that. Matt, 6. Your worst player is Devontae Adams. It's been a rough week for Devontae. I feel like he was a God-serving, faithful human being, and then he went to the city of sin and has traded it all away to become a serial killer, which is what they will make you think he is. He pushed the cameraman. He's not that bad. Brian Cox, you have Philip Lindsay on your team. Brand new to your team, by the way. I saw you just picked him up after scoring 0 points before you picked him up. He came on the field. I think he ran it for like 40 yards, and then he got hurt. And now he's not going to play again. So keep him on your roster if you want. I would suggest not. Forrest in the 8th spot. My opinion, your worst player is the LA Rams defense, purely because I am out here for another month in LA, and you guys can't defend against anything. Fuck football. There's knives, there's guns, there's bloods, there's crips. That you can't even defend against the Cowboys. Yeah, so fuck LA. But it's actually pretty fun out here. In the 9th spot, rookie Mike. It's really tough to keep track of the bad people on your team because you've already made 19 moves through 5 weeks. That might be a record. I can check back. I know Fulp and Mosley tend to make a lot of moves, but you're in the 1 spot for moves. Good for you. 10. Welcome, Will. Not to the bottom 2. I don't know how long that's going to stay. It looks like you and Mike Yates are head-to-head this week. Not for the biggest loser, but pretty close. I'm just going to say your worst player is Matt Gay, even though he is one of my favorite names to say. So until you get rid of him, I'm always going to make fun of that. Close second was J.D. McKissick. He's terrible. Happy belated birthday, by the way. See you soon. In the 11th spot, Mike Yates. I think you're paying attention to your team, but you do have an empty spot on your roster. That's who your worst player is because it's impossible to score points if you don't have somebody. You got bye week issues too. Again, I don't think this is like a insider information because maybe you watch this or not, but just pick somebody or try to trade. Number 12, welcome, Quinn. I'm glad you made it to the end of this video. Hope you watched the whole thing. It was really tough for me today to narrow down your worst player because they're all just so bad. I'm actually happy that I don't have any of them on my team. Kind of noteworthy is that, their names are familiar and it's kind of like a washed up has-beens roster. It should be better. You should have won more than one game, but you haven't. So I think we need to talk. There's a lot of people here that love you. We support you. There might be a bigger issue at hand. There might be a locker room issue. We can bring in the help that you might need. You have my number, my email, and as always, there's a shot of Rumple Mints waiting for you if you need it as well. So fuck you guys. See you next week. Go me.